Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane, a high-octane journey through a golden era of motorcycling. We're talking about the game changers, the icons, the machines that defined a generation. Get ready for a visual feast as we showcase the best from Kawasaki, Honda, Suzuki, and Yamaha from 1993 all the way to 2018. This isn't just a slideshow. It's a tribute to 25 years of two-wheeled perfection. So, why this specific time frame? Well, the mid-90s were a turning point. We saw the raw, analog power of the early superbikes evolve into the technologically advanced, yet soulful, machines of the late 2010s. It was an era of incredible innovation, fierce competition, and unforgettable designs. These bikes weren't just transport, they were statements. They were the posters on our bedroom walls, the bikes we dreamed of owning, and for the lucky ones, the rides that created lifelong memories. Let's kick things off with a true legend, the 1993 Honda CBR 900 RR Fireblade. This motorcycle absolutely shattered the superbike mold. While competitors were focused on displacement, Honda's Tadao Baba focused on lightness and agility. It had the power of a leader bike, but handled like a 600. Its twin fox eye headlights became instantly recognizable, a signature look that screamed performance. The Fireblade proved that power-to-weight ratio was the new king, and it set a benchmark that would echo for decades. Every other manufacturer had to go back to the drawing board. Just a year later, in 1994, Kawasaki responded with a beast of their own, the Ninja ZX-9R. It was Kawasaki's direct answer to the Fireblade, blending brute force with a more stable, user-friendly chassis than their previous big bikes. It was powerful, fast, and draped in that iconic lime green. The ZX-9R was a testament to Kawasaki's philosophy of building unapologetically powerful machines. It wasn't just about lap times, it was about the thrill of commanding that much engine, a feeling that ninja riders know all too well. Now let's talk about Suzuki. In 1996, the world was introduced to the GSX R750 Shred. The SRAD, which stands for Suzuki Ram Air Direct, was a revolution. It brought Grand Prix technology directly to the street. Its new twin-spar frame was inspired by Kevin Schwantz's RGV500 race bike, making it incredibly rigid and responsive. The distinctive aerodynamic hump on the tail section wasn't just for looks, it improved airflow and stability. The GSX R750 Shred was a pure, unadulterated race replica for the road, and it solidified the Gixxer's place in the pantheon of great sport bikes. Not to be outdone, Yamaha dropped a bombshell in 1998 with the YZF-R1. If the Fireblade rewrote the rulebook, the R1 set it on fire. It was breathtakingly beautiful, incredibly compact, and ridiculously powerful. The genius of the R1 was its vertically stacked gearbox, which allowed for a shorter engine and a longer swing arm, giving it insane traction and stability without sacrificing agility. It was a masterpiece of engineering and design. The first-generation R1 is, for many, the definitive 90s superbike, a perfect blend of savage power and sublime handling. As we rolled into the new millennium, the bikes just got better. Meanwhile, Honda continued to refine the Fireblade. The 2000 for CBR 1000 RR was a major step forward, heavily inspired by Valentino Rossi's dominant RC211V Motog bike. It featured an electronic steering damper, an underseat exhaust, and a much sharper, more aggressive design. This Fireblade was a showcase of Honda's engineering prowess, creating a bike that was both incredibly fast on the track and surprisingly manageable on the street. It was a sophisticated weapon, proving that immense power could come with impeccable manners. Let's not forget Kawasaki's monster, the 2006 Ninja ZX-14, or the ZZR1 for OO in some markets. This wasn't just a superbike, it was a hypersport machine. It was built for one thing: breathtaking, earth-shattering speed. With its massive 1,350cc engine, it laid claim to being the most powerful production motorcycle in the world. But it wasn't just a straight-line missile. It was surprisingly comfortable and handled well for its size, making it the ultimate sport touring weapon for riders who wanted to cross continents at warp speed. And how could we possibly ignore the 2009 Yamaha YZF-R1? This was the year Yamaha introduced the crossplane crankshaft, another piece of tech lifted directly from their M1 Motog bike. The crossplane engine had an uneven firing order, which gave it a unique, throaty roar and delivered torque to the rear wheel with incredible feel and traction. It sounded like nothing else on the road and offered a connection between the throttle and the rear tire that was simply sublime. It was a bold move that paid off, creating one of the most characterful superbikes ever made. Moving into the 2010s, technology started to take center stage. The 2012 Kawasaki Ninja ZX10R was a perfect example. It came packed with a sophisticated traction control system, different power modes, and optional ABS. It was a superbike for the digital age. Kawasaki built this bike with the World Superbike Championship in mind, and it showed. It was ferociously fast, razor-sharp, and gave riders a new level of confidence to push the limits, knowing there was a digital safety net to help them out. Then came the 2015 Yamaha YZF R1M. This wasn't just an update. It was a complete reinvention. The R1M was a track day special, right out of the box. It featured electronic suspension, slide control, lift control, launch control, a full suite of electronics that made professional-level performance accessible. With its Motog-derived styling, including the hidden headlights, it looked like it had just rolled off the grid. The R1M was a statement from Yamaha, declaring that the future of sport bikes was here. Let's bring it closer to the end of our timeline with the 2017 Suzuki GSX R1000R. After a few years of being slightly behind the curve, Suzuki came back with a vengeance. The new Gixxer featured an all-new engine with variable valve timing, a technology borrowed from their Motog bike, which gave it incredible power across the entire rev range. It was a return to form for Suzuki, a bike that was light, agile, and blisteringly fast, all while being incredibly easy to ride. The king, as they say, had returned. Finally, we land in 2018 with the Honda CBR 1000 RRSP. This iteration of the Fireblade was all about total control. It was lighter and more powerful than ever before. The SP version came equipped with semi-active lens electronic suspension, a quickshifter, and a full suite of rider aids. It was Honda's vision of the perfect superbike, technologically advanced, exquisitely balanced, and designed to give the rider the ultimate feeling of connection and confidence. It was a fitting evolution for the bike that started this whole revolution back in 1993. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour through 25 years of Japanese motorcycle mastery. From the analog purity of the early 90s to the digital precision of the late 2010s, each one of these bikes tells a story of innovation, passion, and the relentless pursuit of performance. They weren't just machines, they were milestones that pushed the entire industry forward. Which one of these classics is your favorite? Is there a bike we featured that you owned or always dreamed of owning? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading your stories and hearing about the bikes that hold a special place in your heart. Thanks so much for watching and for sharing this ride through history with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of motorcycles. Until next time, ride safe.